we have then Surah to Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. The surah talks about it has its sort of its own. It's not completely the inline in terms of theme with the hawamim, but it's in between the hawamims and the qaf. So we have after this we have qaf and sa and noon that will come later. So it is mainly contains again what we just talk about, the comparison between the nations of the past and the modern nations or human nations. And Allah clearly always saying that those nations were more powerful. It's comparing people of Mecca with the people that those who has expelled you from Mecca, and those kuffar are nowhere comparable to the ones that were before them. And but in the end, they perished, and the messengers, they triumphed. So that's kind of a consolation. Allah was trying to console the Prophet ﷺ and strengthen his heart with hope. Then it goes on to the theme of what it takes for Allah to choose us to represent Him, or to choose us to be His Khalifas. Says that ها أنتم هؤلاء تدعون تنفقوا في سبيل الله فمنكم من يبخل ومن يبخل فإنما يبخل على نفسه والله الغني وأنتم الفقراء فإن تتولوا يستبدل قوما غيركم ثم لا يكونوا أمثالكم. Says that here I'm calling upon you to spend in the word of God, to spend from what Allah has made you a Khalifa. That's what exactly it is. It is God's, it is all God's. He created both this world and the next world and made us to inherit it. So now He's saying that what I have appointed you over, you should spend this much in the way of the common good. That's what Allah's way is, but something that will benefit everyone. But among you are those who are holding back. Whoever holds back, you hold back against your own good. But if you turn away, Allah is saying, in tatawallaw, then Allah will remove you and replace you with other people. It's a very important lesson. We should learn that if you refuse to do what God tells you, if you refuse to act as a good representative in what God has endowed you with, then you'll be replaced. We will remove you and replace you with other people, as we have seen in the human history as well as happened. When Islam came, the world at that point in time was for the most part, was divided up between the Persian Empire and the Roman Empire. And the Persian Empire was completely pagan. The Roman Empire claimed to claim Christianity, but they were not. They are not acting according to the Sharia, the law of Sayyidina Isa. So when Muslims came, they were the one who represented the will of God, and God removed Khalifa, took it from the Persians, they are fighting over it, took it from both of them and gave it to the Muslims. You can clearly see the history of the Futuh, the opening of Iraq, and Persia, the Futuh, the opening of Sham, which was the seat of the Roman Empire at this point when Islam rose, up till all the way to Egypt, where it was all conquered. It used to be the Greeks who had Alexander when he conquered these countries, and then after 400 years, the Romans came up and conquered Greece itself and conquered all these lands and took over. And then the Persian Empire rose, and they began to contend with the Romans. And eventually, the Muslims came from Arabia. And in no way, by just normal logical standards, in no way could the Muslims have defeated these people. It's not possible. It was like one of the biggest battles ever, or the Yarmouk in Sham. And Sham is a common name for Syria and Lebanon, Palestine. It was like 600,000 Roman army, 600,000. The Roman and the Armenians, all the nations that they have gathered, 600,000 against like less than 50,000 people. This is not possible, logically. But this is what happened. It's simply because if God is not on your side, no matter what you have, no matter what you know, it doesn't take you any far. Because they were not just. They were, the poor and the weak were maltreated, were mistreated. So the God removed it from them. And in a very simple, in a very easy way, and gave it to. This was all almost in the Khalifa of Sayyidina Umar. All these two world empires fall in within 10 years. Anyway, this is why God replaced them. يَسْتَبْدِلُ قَوْمًا غَيْرَكُمْ. Will replace you with somebody else, and they will not be like you. And that rule applies to everyone, including you as an individual, or you as a nation, you at whatever you are. That if you don't act according to the will of God, then God definitely will take it from you and give it to somebody else. So that is a very serious reminder for everyone.